university students.
All right, sir, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast today on NewsX World. Thank you for taking our time speaking to us. Meanwhile, viewers, more developments coming in. US President Donald Trump has called Harvard University to pay a sweeping $500 million settlement to restore its federal funding. President Trump has directed Education Secretary Linda McMahon during a cabinet meeting to not further negotiate with the university administration while accusing the university of being quote-unquote very bad. Trump's comments have come as a federal judge is expected to soon rule in the funding case against the Trump administration. President Trump had earlier halted $2.6 billion of research fundings to the university, which is now facing investigation on accusations of fostering anti-Semitism and foreign funding sources. In July earlier, Columbia University agreed to pay the U.S. Treasury $200 million over 3 years, as well as $21 million to resolve Equal Employment Opportunity Commission investigations. Meanwhile, September 3rd is expected to be the deadline when Harvard would be compelled to halt all federal funded projects. Joining us on the broadcast is Dr. Satoru Nagao. He's a fellow at the Hudson Institute in Tokyo from Japan. So thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast on NewsX World as we discuss what is taking place in Trump versus Harvard showdown. This face-off has been occurring for a couple of months ever since Trump came to power. He signed a slew of executive orders. Some of his earliest targeted Harvard in particular, as well as other Ivy League universities. Earlier, we'd seen that Columbia agreed to pay the U.S. Treasury $200 million over the course of 3 years. Now, it soon seems that Harvard will also be likely to pay a sweeping settlement as well. There is a court case that is underway. Where do you see this battle headed next?
This battle between the Trump administration and the elite universities in the United States is two backgrounds. One is diplomatic background, another one is domestic background. Diplomatically, of course, they rely on the foreign student, Chinese student, in this case, Chinese student or Chinese research project with the teacher of this university is stealing the technology from the United States is a logic. And another aspect is, of course, Middle East aspect, Israel and the Israel movement inside of the university is a matter of concern because these universities rely on the foreign student and many countries do not like the Israel, but the student group is very big, bigger than the Jewish student came from the Israel or sympathy with Israel. So that's why this is a matter. These were the diplomatic aspect, but the domestic aspect is another thing. Domestic aspect, for example, some data, the Harvard Crimson or other data indicate that nearly 80% of the teachers and students was the liberal political, so simply said, this is the case of the left. So Trump administration background is, of course, right. So right people dislike the group of the left, and they dominate, nearly dominate the university. 80% is nearly dominate. So that's why they try to change the university from the liberal-dominated area to the more the right-wing lead area. So that's why this is a battle. So current leaders of the university, both teacher and student, both are the left side. And so Trump administration try to push them out is my course they want to do.
All right, Dr. Nagao, thank you so much for taking our time speaking.